The opinions expressed in the following program are solely those of the host. The following program may contain coarse language and is intended for an adult audience. Listener discretion is strongly advised.
Welcome to Climax Radio, the home of new music, hidden gems, and great talk to start your day with a bang. Spice up your long and boring commutes to and from work. Get excited again. Listen to Climax Radio in your car, on the bus, or riding the rails. And now, the hosts of Climax Radio, Magnum and Radio Free.
Once again, after too long of an absence from Mission Control, cocked, locked, and ready to rock, this is Climax Radio.
Oh yeah!
I am your host, Radio Free G, along with
Mr. Magnum.
And the absence has only served to make the heart grow fonder.
I think so.
I want to send out a personal apology to everyone in the listenership. I did receive a couple of emails and telephone calls asking when the next episode was going to be coming out. We did run into a little bit of problems. There was a request that came in, and I had to search high and low to find the audio for this one particular request. But I did track it down. We're going to be playing the request for you because someone called into the Climax line. 1-888-49 came, toll free across North America. You'll be hearing a liner for that later on in the program. And we are also breaking another new artist here that you're going to hear for the first time anywhere. His name is Matt Empiker. Mr. Magnum, do you want to fill everyone in on what you were doing during the absence of the show?
Well, after episode 5, once we broke off the show, I took off to Cuba and spent some time basking in the Cuban sun.
Very nice.
Drinking some Cuban coffee, Cuban rum, smoking some Cuban cigars. Walking the streets of Havana. Old Havana, colonial Havana.
Did you have a white-brimmed hat and a linen suit?
I did. Nothing but. Drank scotch. Sorry. Yes. Drank Cuban rum, the amber kind. Off the same balcony that Ernest Hemingway fell in love with the city.
Fill in the listenership on the difference between the white and the amber rum.
The white rum, which is what a lot of the common folk buy around here, is used for just mixing drinks. When I was down there, they said that the amber rum was just to drink on its own because it was aged longer and there was more flavor in it, and it's supposed to be enjoyed on its own, not mixed with anything else.
So that's like a fine sipping rum.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, so the white rum is something that you actually mix with other, Coke, whatever else you want.
I have just discovered Captain Morgan's spiced rum myself.
Oh yes.
I don't think I can go back to plain rum.
No, I've tried that once too before, and it's good. And I gotta say, I remember that spiced vodka.
Oh, the Polish stuff.
Yeah, and I don't think I can go back to plain vodka.
It's difficult. It's difficult.
It was good.
I mean, for the members of listenership that are not from Canada, the way we buy our alcohol products here, at least in the province I live in Ontario, is archaic at best. There is one store actually called the liquor store, and there is another store called the beer store. And you walk in, and that's the only place where you can buy any of your alcoholic beverages. It seems rather silly to me. I'm not sure why the government does that. It's probably because they make so much money doing it.
Yeah, they make a killing.
Yeah, and they don't want to give it out to anybody.
I could buy a 1.5 liter bottle of the amber stuff in Cuba for 7 pesos, which is like what, 8-9 Canadian dollars.
Pesos are worth more than dollars?
Yeah, Cuban pesos.
Why?
Hey, it's their country. They decide.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking scammers.
Yeah, but they do follow the with the Canadian. Someone who just went a couple of weeks ago, she said that the rate was even better. It was almost 1-to-1. The Cuban convertible peso.
You're kidding.
They have 2 pesos there.
Okay.
They have the Cuban convertible is the tourist dollars, which is worth more. And then they have the common peso,
the real peso, which
is what they use.
Like
people that live there.
It's worth more to light it on fire and get heat from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
So a bottle of the same Havana Club rum here in Canada
Yeah.
would be what? $30 average price?
Well, probably.
Just around $30.
I mean, the only stuff they have in these liquor stores that is rather inexpensive that you can get on a daily basis is some of the Australian wines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That they come in and it's like, okay, I just want something to have with dinner, and if you don't
Yeah.
make your own,
Yeah.
I mean, hell, it's fine.
Yeah.
But if you go buy a bottle of anything
Yeah,
with a fancy label on it, you're not walking out spending less than $35.
No,
No.
you can't.
No.
It's like even when I went to Greece, bottles of ouzo, that I brought back here, over there in Greece, I spent, and you could buy them in the convenience store.
Really?
Liquor.
Yeah.
Okay, I spent what? Maybe it was a joke. It was like less than 10 euros, I think.
Yeah.
It was a joke. And over here, that same bottle, yeah, like $30.
And when you went to Greece, the euro wasn't doing the stuff it's doing now.
No.
Not nowhere even close.
No. It was much higher.
Well, I'm sure we will crack open something when we tape the next show, because I'm not going to have the absence that we had this time. I will not allow that to happen again.
Right.
With
Yes.
everything that's going on. I mean, for my own personal podcast, I put one out pretty much once a month
I know.
on a pretty regular basis, and there's no
yes.
reason why we can't do this one that frequently as well.
I know. It was a lot has happened. Personal stuff.
Yes.
Holidays.
Holidays, yeah.
I had Christmas songs selected for for the show we could have done in December.
Christmas songs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're gonna have to put that one on the back burner.
Oh, definitely. I had to change everything.
Okay.
I had to scour. Had to look for new songs. But
Well, the bonus is I have extra songs for this show, for part 1 and 2.
yes, I noticed.
So we were away for a little bit, but we're going to give you more than your bang for the buck. Okay. With that being said, let me get into the songs that I have for part 1 today. I have the request that came in. It is, again, a song you will never hear on the radio because it's not really a song to play on the radio, but is instantly recognizable everywhere on this continent. It is Rabbit of Seville, an old Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Oh,
And this is part of what took me a while to find it. I could find a video representation of this cartoon on YouTube and everything, and it was fine. But I'm not so technically inclined that I can rip the audio off of the YouTube and get the programs to take
I can.
thing. Okay, well, that's why you're the almighty tech man, and I'm just the talking head that starts off the show.
You should have told me. You should
Well-
have asked me.
Well, okay. I mean, I'd like to.
And I actually figured it out recently. The past 3-4 weeks, I figured it out how to download videos from YouTube.
Well, there's programs that download it for you.
There's actually websites that download it for you.
Oh, really?
There's a website?
I was just using a Firefox extension.
Yeah, you could do that, or you could type the address in and download the flash, and
Yeah.
then convert it.
Yeah,
with
and then
some free
convert it to
software,
whatever.
and
Exactly.
just rip the MP3 off it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay. Well, now we know.
Now we know.
But the link will be up on the website, climaxradioshow.com. You can go there, and the links will be there to both this and another little nugget that I unearthed for part 2. So, part 1, I start off with Rabbit of Seville. We are also breaking the artist that I've mentioned before, Matt Empacher. The song that I'm going to play from him is called The Last Time. I will get into a little bit more about him when we introduce the song properly and give you a little bit of the history, how I met him, and what we're going to be doing going forward with him. This is not a one-shot deal with Matt. There are plans afoot to have him, hopefully be on the program itself. And finally, another listener request. This one via email. Matt Carney. Now the name is spelled Kearney. I always thought it was Kearney, but apparently it's Carney, like circus folk.
Yeah.
And the title of the song is Nothing Left to Lose, and we'll get into the history of this artist and where the request came from as we go forward in the show. Mr. Magnum, take it away.
Okay, so you want my list, right?
Yep.
Okay. I got them all laid out in front of me, but I don't have an order of how I'm going to present them to you. Okay. Just give me a second here. Okay, here's the order. I dug deep, found something from the 70s, Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Oh, I have that CD.
You have that CD.
I have that.
Now this is like their greatest hits,
Yes.
right? But there's one track on here that I really love the guitar riff, and it's Working for MCA. And it just, I love it. Packs a punch.
Mm-hmm.
I love listening to that track. One of my favorite ones out of, Sweet Home Alabama and Freebird.
Well, now that we've changed the format of the show, I don't think we could even play Freebird if we wanted to.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because
That's right.
that song just goes on.
Plus, they're the only ones played on the radio.
Exactly.
So, there you go. Another, not going too far back, is Big Sugar. And we're going to go back to the track. That's a ticket when I went to the show.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah, I was there with you.
Were you there? I can't remember if you were there or you couldn't make it.
That one there, actually, no. I bought tickets for that show, and I was waiting to get in, and then that evening I had to take off.
Oh,
I can't remember why,
Neither
but
can
I remember that there was some emergency and I had
Something
to
happened.
leave. But
I
I
can't remember.
missed out on that show. I think I still have that ticket myself.
hopefully it's packed away like I have it.
Yeah, I stick them all in the
Yeah,
CD cover.
yeah. Every concert I go to, I stick it in the cover.
I actually staple them.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because otherwise it like flies out all the time.
It flies out.
Depending on the thickness of the booklet.
Yeah, you should even put it inside because the light will fade the ticket.
It fades it, yeah.
Not for this one. Anyway, Big Sugar. The track I'm gonna put out for you is off their EP, but not in this case. In this case, it's from their greatest hits album called Hit and Run. But the track I'm talking about, which probably a lot of Big Sugar fans know about, is Dear Mr. Fantasy.
Yes, the
Yeah.
remake from Traffic.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I
Yes.
think that's after that song there they got put on the map, I think.
They were another band that came out with like a cover, and
Yeah.
that's what broke them.
Yeah. So Dear Mr. Fantasy will be coming out from them. I have a couple mashups.
Excellent. I love when you bring these up.
I got a couple mashups. The first one is called "Shut Up on a Blue Monday." It is a mashup of Rihanna's "Shut Up and Drive," which is the instrumental part, and the vocal part is New Order's "Blue Monday." Okay, and that has been brought to you by a new DJ. Calls himself Comar. Comar. And we have a website for him. He's actually based out of France, and we'll put up that link.
You find a lot of mashups from French people.
Yeah, I know.
Is that a particular thing?
I don't know.
Or?
I guess they know what they're doing.
Okay, I don't give them that much credit.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough. Now, and the last track I have. Sorry. The last mashup track I have. It is "Stand Up Like a Hurricane." Now, I don't know if you can guess the main people.
Well, the second part is rock you like a hurricane.
Yeah.
And stand up.
"Stand Up Like a Hurricane."
Okay, where does stand up come from?
It comes from Ludacris.
Yes, I know the video from that one where
Okay.
he like different parts of his body are
I
big at
haven't seen
different
the
times.
video. I haven't seen the video.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah?
Yeah, it starts off with him in the urinal, and some guy comes up and starts just jibber jabbering to him, like trying to offer him business advice, and then he starts choking him, and the song starts.
I prefer to call it Ludacrest.
Ludacrest.
Yeah.
Oh, Simpsons.
Yeah.
The first of many cartoon references this show, because I'll be bringing up a couple of my own.
Oh,
Go ahead.
Great. Okay, and that track is from DJ Lobster Dust. I'm pretty sure I had some of his stuff on here before. I can't.
Lobster Dust. Are they making these names up
Yeah.
with like a random
I can't
dictionary,
remember.
like a Scrabble dictionary? They're just opening it up twice.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's from him.
Unless he's French too, and Lobster Dust means something.
I would have to double check. He's got a website too. And
Okay.
the final track is a really good CD I picked up. Have you seen the movie The Motorcycle Diaries?
Have not.
Okay. Che Guevara? Che? You know.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Okay. You know who I mean.
The whole show. I don't know how to pronounce anything.
I
in this
know.
show. Everything's up in the air.
Well, that's the way you pronounce it. but
Okay.
you know who he is, right?
Yes.
Cuban
And
revolutionary.
I remember reading the reviews that it was actually a decent movie as
It
well.
was a good movie.
Yes.
I suggest watching it.
Okay.
It's good. I'll go into the movie later. And this, it's a lot of Spanish guitar, a little fast, some tracks a little slow. Really, after watching the movie, I ran out and looked for the CD, and I got a track from this CD that I'd like to put on the show and share with the listenership.
Excellent.
So there you go.
So that now you gave the lineup for the entire show. Like you gave the lineup for part 1 and part 2.
You see how I just want to bring it to the audience?
That's okay, because we're not going to give your lineup for the second part, and we're going to tell people it was given in part 1.
Okay.
We'll just, we'll mix it up.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
I mean, they'll get it anyway, but still. I'll give the rest of my songs in part 2 because there's some surprises that I want to keep.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I guess I will start off since we have the request coming in.
Yes.
And can I actually ask you to play the request first, and then we'll discuss it?
Can do. So I'll play the request, and then we're going to come back to you?
Yes, because this is the request that came in on the Climax line. And, people don't believe us that it's real sometimes. I still get people asking me, does that line work? Yes, you motherfuckers, it works.
You
call it.
Fucking fingers.
Holy shit. Anyways,
it's like they gotta pay, right?
I tell them it's free. Like, unless you call me from Japan, it's free. And for all of our Japanese fans, don't worry. I mean, we still have email. You can just record yourself, make an MP3. You guys are all technically inclined. So you can send us something through email, and we'll still play it. Don't worry.
Right.
So, yes, if you wouldn't mind, play me or not play me, play the listenership, the request.
Right on, and here it goes.
Hi, Radio Free G. It's Melissa calling. I'm a big fan. I have a request for your show. It's sort of a weird request, but hey, you're all about doing what's not the norm. So I'm thinking about this one episode of the Bugs Bunny and Tweety Show. In it, Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd reenact and sing along to a piece by Wagner. It's called Ride of the Valkyries. It's a very recognizable piece. I think it'd be great to hear because it would bring back a lot of memories for me. I used to watch that show all the time, and I really appreciate the fact that it's such, serious, heavy classical music, but then it's, juxtaposed with silly actions and lyrics. And in closing, I also wanted to say that I really like your show. I listen to it on my laptop while I'm studying, and I just really appreciate your comments and the pieces that you play. Anyways, keep up the great work, and I hope to hear my suggestion on
now,
the air
if that
soon.
is not confirmation,
Take care, bye.
just listening to that voice, that we have the sexiest listenership in the world, I don't know what is.
Yes, I agree.
We also have an email request that will, again, drive that point home. I know it may be hard to tell sexiness over email, but believe me, when you hear it...
I can.
Oh, you can?
Yes, I can.
How?
I just break it down, and I can tell you. I can break it down just enough that I can pinpoint all the parts and emphasize what they really mean.
This is going to be so entertaining for me. I can't wait until we get to the email request.
Neither can I.
Which is also coming up this show. So, back to this one here. The Rabbit of Seville went out. I actually found the audio. Now, as soon as you hear it, you will instantly recognize, and you'll have images flashing in your head of the Looney Tunes cartoon. This song, it's actually a whole bunch of classical music pieces thrown in together. There's the Wedding March by Mendelssohn, there's the Marriage of Figaro, and there's also a small I'm not really up on my classical music, but it's like, a whole bunch of items thrown together.
Uh-huh.
And I have to tell you, I went to see a show about 4 or 5 years ago, and it was the Toronto Symphony Orchestra. They played all the classic Bugs Bunny cartoons in the background on the big screen, and they played the music.
Oh, wicked.
One of the best shows that I've ever been to.
Oh, man.
These Bugs Bunny cartoons, they were made, 50, 60 years ago now, some of them, right?
Yeah, 40s,
They hold up. There's nothing like them on TV. I still catch them on the cartoon channels every now and again.
Yeah.
I sit down and I just started laughing like I'm 3 years old again.
Yes.
It's fantastic. I don't know why they banned some of these. I'll talk more about that in part 2 of the show when we get to the next request. But everyone, the Climax line does work. Call in. You will be on the show just like Melissa. It may take us some time, but I will find your request. I will do the best that I can to get it and put it on the air for you. So without further ado, get ready to lose 20 years of your life and go back in time when things were simpler and Transformers was good. This is Rabbit of Seville from the Looney Tunes. Mel Blanc, genius.
Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Rabbit tracks. Kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit.
Kill the rabbit?
Yo-ho, 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 yo-ho.
Almighty warrior of great fighting stock, might I inquire to ask him, what's up, Doc?
I'm going to kill the rabbit.
Almighty hunter, 'twill be quite a task. How will you do it? Might I inquire to ask?
I will do it with my spear and magic helmet.
Your spear and magic helmet?
Spear and magic helmet.
Magic helmet?
Magic helmet.
Magic helmet.
Yes, magic helmet. And I'll give you a sample. That was the rabbit. ours must be.
Made for you and for me. Return, won't you return my love? For my love is yours.
I'll kill the rabbit. Away storm. North winds blow, south winds blow. Typhoons, hurricanes, earthquakes. Smog. Strike lightning. Strike the rabbit. What have I done? I've killed the rabbit. Poor widow Bunny. Poor widow
Well, what did you expect in an opera? A happy
And
ending?
once again, I have returned to the age of 6 years old, and I'm just giggling silently to myself on the couch.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
I mean, I could see in my mind's eye, I could see Elmer Fudd strapped into the barber's chair, and Bugs Bunny slapping his head with his ears.
yeah. Yes.
As I mentioned, there were going to be more cartoon references here. There's one scene in that particular cartoon where Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny are chasing each other back and forth across the screen with the deadliness of their weapons rising each time. I don't know if you remember, but in The Simpsons, there's an Itchy and Scratchy cartoon where they do that as well. They keep pulling bigger and bigger weapons until there's guns the size of the planet Earth, and then they blow the thing up.
Yes.
That was a homage
to
to the Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
Melissa, I hope that you enjoyed that. Make sure you get episode 2, or part 2, that's going to be coming out, because there's another special nugget in there that, when I found this, I just started laughing like there was no tomorrow. I hadn't seen it in forever, and I forgot how good it was, and how racist it was too. And it just, all the memories came flying back. So, that is the first song for this show. Mr. Magnum, take us into number 2.
Okay, but we're gonna have to drop the phone line promo in.
Okay, go ahead. I'll wait. Actually, you know what? Instead of waiting, let's give this a proper intro, because this is the number is the same, but the phone line is different, because there's one added bonus. Now with the phone line, when you call 1-888-49-ICAME, that's 1-888-494-2263, we now have the ability to receive faxes. So if you're not in front of your computer, or if something just strikes you, you're at the office, use their fax. It's toll free. Everything will work automatic. Use a dedicated fax line. Call us up. Everything still gets sent to my email. We can even, if you want to send us photos, pictures of yourself, drawings. If you want to send us photos of you, ladies, listening to the show.
Sexy.
I mean, see, the claim is out there that we have the sexiest listenership around. So let's prove it. Send in your photos. We will post them on the site.
Yes.
Send in a photo of you with a homemade sign for Climax Radio Show, and send it to us in front of like a landmark in your city.
Yeah.
So if you're in front of the St. Louis Arch,
Yes.
or the CN Tower,
Yes.
the American Parliament, in front of an alligator in Florida, like anything, just send it in. We'll post it up on the website for everyone to see underneath the posting for that show, of course.
Right.
So let's play the promo for the liner, and then we'll come back with your first song of the show.
All right.
So tell me, did you climax? You love the show. You hate the show. Make your opinion count. Call Climax Phone, toll free from anywhere in North America. 1-888-49-I-CAME. That's 1-888-494-2263. Tell us what you think about the music we play. Tell us what we should play. Tell us if you came. 1-888-49-I-CAME. Always a happy ending. Compliments of Climax Radio.
Back. So my first track for the show is a track from Lynyrd Skynyrd, and it's from their Greatest Hits album. Now, they got tons of Greatest Hits albums out there, but this one was released in 1989.
They might have more Greatest Hits than they do actual albums.
Yeah.
They're one of those bands that's been around for a while.
Yeah, and they just keep putting out remastered material.
Yep.
Right. Okay, so the track I chose. Now, I guess a few words on the band in case some of you listeners out there aren't on the rocking side. They were big in the 70s, and the primary songwriter was Ronnie Van Zant, and he died in 1977 along with guitarist Steve Gaines and Cassie Gaines. And they died again in the 1977 plane crash in Mississippi. But they're still going on. They were active from 70 to 77, and then they came back in 87, and they're still playing today.
But are they doing, like, they're not putting out new material? This is just,
corporate
concerts and state festivals and shit, right?
They're just playing their stuff. Nothing new.
Like the Guess Who in Canada.
Yeah.
They are actually touring as the Guess Who with no original members.
What?
There's no original members in the band right now.
Oh my God.
And they're going around and playing, American Woman and Laughing and These Eyes and blah, blah, blah. And there's no one is there who actually wrote that music or originally played it or anything. It's ridiculous. I don't know how they're still...
I'm scratching my head at that one.
Well, I don't know who would pay money to see that.
Yeah.
I
know. It's not them. Anyways, so that's Lynyrd Skynyrd. So they're still touring now, but they're just a greatest hits band, I guess, like the Stones. But at least the Stones are still writing some new albums.
Well, yeah, I mean they'll put something out.
Yeah.
Right, and then they'll play one or two songs a show, and then here's our greatest hits. Right?
Yeah, the rest of the show is greatest hits. Yeah. Exactly. Anyways. Enough of me chatting. Here is Workin' for MCA, a wonderful guitar riff in that song, which I'm in love with it. Here it is, Workin' for MCA, Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Yes,
So before we move on to the next track, you had a few words to share?
Yes. Now that song there,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah.
I as I mentioned before, I have the same CD. I haven't gone and listened to it in a long while.
Yeah. Yeah.
But little nuggets like that, they come out and you remember why you like certain bands.
Right.
Having said that, I did go to the Lynyrd Skynyrd official website.
Yeah. Yes.
And okay, we have to rip on them because if there was ever an example of someone living off their past fame, I mean, this is pretty much it.
Yeah.
I'll read you something from the band FAC that's on their website, lynyrdskinner.com. I'm not even going to tell you how to spell it because I don't even want you to go there and give these guys any hits. Would you like to know what other names Lynyrd Skynyrd has used over the years?
Please tell me.
As a band? By the way, they go back to the summer of 1964 when they weren't called Lynyrd Skynyrd, when they were going under these wonderful, thought-provoking, and one-of-a-kind band names. They were called My Backyard.
Uh-huh.
They were called the Noble Five. Also, Conqueror Worm, Sons of Satan, the Wildcats, and this is my personal favorite, 1%. I could understand 100% or 100 proof.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? 100 proof is actually a pretty
That's
good name.
pretty good. I like that one. You hit on something there.
Well, it's okay. We said it, and now it's copyright.
Yeah.
Free Shot Media.
Free Shot Media. That's right. 100 proof.
Mid-February 2008. Book it. No, I'm serious now. You know what? Watch. Something's gonna come out with 100 proof. Anyways, we also started ragging on them, saying, you know what? Maybe it's just all a bunch of guys, and it's like a cover band or something, right? There's only 2 original members touring with the band.
Uh-huh.
And there's like 7 people in the band right now.
Yeah.
Or 8 people or something.
Yeah.
That's just sad. And over the years, there have been 22 people.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Now this is 22 people who I'm guessing were made full members of the band at some point or other.
Yeah.
These aren't contract dudes.
Yeah, exactly. They came in, toured with a couple of, depends a year, whatever.
We mentioned it a couple of shows ago when we were discussing Genesis. It's like the 3 core members,
right.
And then they have their longtime backup guys, but they're not members of the band by any shot.
Right.
They get their contract pay, and when the tour goes out, they don't get a cut in any merch. They don't get anything. Elton John has a bunch of people he's been playing with for 40 years, right?
Right.
But they're not part of Elton John, the business.
Right.
I mean, this is sad, and this is part of, this is part of why ClimaxRadioShow.com exists, because yes, I can turn on the radio, I can hear Freebird 10 times.
That's right.
Literally 10 times if I go out driving on a Sunday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fine song,
but
you know what? It's time to get something new out there.
Yeah.
Time to get something new. And speaking of time to get something new.
Yes.
Let's start breaking artists.
All right.
Let's get to Mr. Matt Empiker. The song that I'm going to play from him is called The Last Time. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this gentleman. For all the up-to-the-minute news on this artist, you can go to his MySpace page, obviously, MySpace.com/MATTEMPACHER. You can get a sampling of some of the material that he's put out. He has one of those MySpace players, which is actually the best thing about a MySpace page. But, I'm not going to start going into that. His page, he actually did a very good job. Because sometimes MySpace can just become unruly and look ugly. He has everything boxed off nicely. He's got a slide photo viewer and friends, and everything is nice, plain, and to the point. There's none of this Dayglow, sparkly, fairy bullshit that some people put on their stuff. Like
1994 websites.
Yeah. So go there, the MySpace page, check it out. Of course, there will be a link on the site. The song comes off of a CD that I purchased from him. I met him at the opening of a art gallery. The art gallery is called Painted Lady. They're not a sponsor, but I'm going to give them a free plug. That's
right
okay. The Painted Lady Gallery. I met him there, and he was doing a solo acoustic thing. You know, he was just kind of in one of the corners of the gallery, providing nice background music. It turns out that the CD that he has right now has been 1 decade in the making. He's been plugging away at this for a long time. He's not, fresh off the boat. He has chops, and he's learned how to perform in front of an audience. Now, this song called "The Last Time," I like it because it really shows off his range. It kind of sounds like 3 songs in one, and sometimes, actually most times, that can be a terrible thing, and you can really hear where items have been dropped in. Are you familiar with the song from Gwen Stefani called "Rich Girl"?
You may have to sing it for me.
I don't think I can. Well, if anyone is familiar with that song, that has the "written by committee" plastered all over it. You can actually tell where the breaks are and where they got song doctors to come in and put a little bit here and put a little bit there, because the song doesn't sound like it flows at all.
Right.
She didn't have anything to do with it, I'm sure. Much the same way, someone like Britney Spears didn't have anything to do with the recording of her CD.
Right.
But this gentleman here writes and records all his own things. Before I get into his song, I'm going to read you exactly what it says on his webpage under the About section. Don't let the acoustic... Sorry. So this is exactly what it says. Don't let the acoustic guitar fool you. This ain't the John Mayer show. In a world of sensitive, touchy-feely acoustic pop, Matt Empiker is an angst-ridden and aggressive alternative. Matt's debut CD, Everything, featuring 15 songs, was recorded guerrilla style in various locations using whatever equipment was available. A sparse affair, just a guitar and vocal track, few overdubs, and almost no effects. The bare naked sound only makes it more intense. Highlights include Don't Talk Just Drive, Meant to Last, and If. Plans are underway for another album already, but everything is available anywhere Matt is playing. I know that he is in the studio right now making his new CD available, and I like when people do just the guitar and voice thing, because you have to show that you can at least carry a tune. Anyone can get into the studio, have the magicians polish them up, and make them sound nice. But it takes a special artist to go in, much the same way that Johnny Cash, when he did his big comeback in Rick Rubin's living room, it was just Cash, his guitar, and a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
Very few effects, exactly the way that Matt described it on his website.
Mm-hmm.
It really comes across in the 2 tracks that we have here. So, this is The Last Time by Matt Empiker off of his CD, Everything. That's the Decade compilation.
I had a dream we were laughing like everything was okay. Woke up to the nightmare we live every day. And if I told you I loved you, would you laugh in my face? 'Cause what's a heart if you cannot make it break? Yeah, what's a heart if you cannot make it break? Oh, why can't we just draw the line? You go your way and I go mine. We always end up here this way, in the line between love and hate. Or can you put a reason to my rhyme? Or even tell me that this'll be the last time. Oh, the last time. She was a black-hearted woman, I was a cold, callous man. A 2 iron-clad fists that were holding hands. And if I'm standing on the edge, would you pull me from the brink? Has the anger really grown that deep? Has the anger really grown that deep? Why can't we just draw the line? You go your way and I go mine. We always end up here this way, in the line between love and hate. So can you put a reason to my rhyme? Or even tell me that this'll be the last time. time. We can't please each other or just let it ride. Gotta have the last word to satisfy our pride. Lights out, the party's over now. Don't want you coming back around. If you give, then I'll just take, and then what's a heart if you cannot make it break? What's a heart if you cannot make it break? What's a heart if you cannot make it break? Why can't we just draw the line? You go your way and I go mine. We always end up here this way, in the line between love and hate. Can you put a reason to my rhyme? Or even tell me that this'll be the last time? Oh, the last time.
So, Mr. Magnum, as your first introduction to this particular artist, tell me what you think and tell me how big you think he's going to be.
This guy sounds amazing. He can play, he can sing. I'm looking forward to the next track, and I hope to see him go places. I know it's tough business. Like you said, it's a compilation of 10 years, and
he hasn't just been twiddling his thumbs. Like he's been honing his craft.
Right, and he does it well. He's really, really good. It's something I wish I could do. Really.
Well, you can.
It's great stuff.
You can play. I mean, it's well documented on this show. You are the only one of us with any musical talent.
No, but this guy can play and sing, and it's not easy.
True. I really like the fact that he's acoustic.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to hide many mistakes, and the potential is there. I mean, if he can do this on his own, it's just like I'm not sure if I've mentioned this particular quote before, but I was watching a TV show with Diamond David Lee Roth.
Yes.
And they were discussing, he has a reputation of being this wonderful frontman for Van Halen and stuff. Yeah. And he said, someone was asking him about how he gets in the mood for the shows and how he figures out the routines and stuff. And he said, if you can't do it in an empty room with one light bulb, how the hell are you going to do it in front of 50,000 people? Right? And that always stuck with me, because you can't rely on the audience or the venue or the room or whatever to make you better. Right? You have to be at a certain level already, and then you can feed off that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the best touring musicians do. And I think Matt is well on his way to getting there. There will be another song from him in part 2 of episode 6 that will be coming out very shortly. It may even be up for download by the time you hear this. So keep an eye out. Don't forget, subscribe. We are on iTunes. You can get RSS feed. We have subscribe buttons all over the website.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That is the best way to get your Climax radio show fix. And that is my second song. Mr. Magnum, hit me up.
Okay. Just going to check off the list here. My next track is a mashup.
Wonderful.
Right? Now, it's a pretty good mashup. It's not one of the greatest ones out there that really gets you moving and grooving, but I like it. And it's been brought to our listenerships by DJ Lobster Dust. And here's a little quote from one of my frequented visited websites, mashuptown.com, and just a few words on this post, on this track, and it goes: heard from one of our favorite producers, DJ Lobster Dust the other day, and many new great 80s mashups to stuff into your Christmas stocking. This was released before Christmas. Make sure you head on over to djlobsterdust.com and see all the tracks in his new Lobster Dust versus the 80s EP. Peace on Earth. So when you go to the Lobster Dust website, he has 6 80s tracks that he's mashed up, and it's one download for people to enjoy. Anyway, the track that I chose from DJ Lobster Dust is a mashup of Ludacris versus Scorpions versus Warrant versus Winger.
Warrant and Winger
Yes.
together.
Yes.
Together again for the first time. Warrant and Winger.
So now it's going to be up to you to pick those the last two guys out there, Warrant and Winger, the last two bands. But the track has been called "Stand Up Like a Hurricane."
Yes, Stand Up Like a Hurricane, exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
So here is "Stand Up by a Hurricane" by DJ Lobster Dust, and for more of his mashups, head to djlobsterdust.com.
Stand up! Stand up! How you ain't gon' fuck? Bitch, I'm me. I'm the goddamn reason you in VIP. CEO, you don't have the CID. I'm young, wild, and strapped like G.I. Blah! We ain't got nothing to worry about. We're bass. Let security carry 'em out. Watch out for the medallion. My diamonds are reckless. Feels like a midget is hanging from my necklace. I pulled up with a million trucks. Looking, smelling, feeling like $1,000,000. Past the bottles, the heat is on. We in the huddle, all smoking that Cheech and Chong. What's wrong? The club and the moon is full. And I'm looking for a thick young lady to pull. One short shot way to get 'em out of the pants. Take note to the brand new dance like this. When I move, you move. When I move, you move. When I move, you move. Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back. Go on with your big ass, let me see something. Tell your little friend he can quit mean money. I'm lit and I don't care what no one thinks. But where the fuck is the waitress at with my drink? My people outside and they can't get in. We gon' rush the back door and break them in. The owner already pissed cause we sorta late. But our time and our clothes gotta coordinate. Most girls looking right, some looking a mess. That's why they spilling drinks all over your dress. But Louis Vuitton bras all over your breast. Got me wanting to put hickeys all over your chest. Come on, we gon' party tonight. Y'all use mouth to mouth, bring the party to life. Don't be scared, show another party of life. The more drinks in your system, the harder to fight. When I move, you move. When I move, you move. When I move, you move. Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back. When I move, you move. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Fire marshal wanna shut us down, get us out so someone can gun us down. We was 2 songs away from getting some good up. Now we 1 song away from tearing the club up. Move over, Luda got something to say. Do it now cause tomorrow ain't promised today. Work with me, let's become one with the beat. And don't worry about me stepping all over your feet. When I move, you move. When I move, you move. When I move, you move. Hell yeah, hey DJ, bring that back. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
And there you have it. What do you think of DJ Lobster Dust?
Stand up.
Stupid name, but good song. Good song. You could tell that "Rock You Like a Hurricane" cut out for the second and third chorus.
Yeah,
I would have never guessed Winger and Warrant.
I know.
I was racking my brain trying to think what songs those were that they used, but I must admit I'm not a huge Winger and Warrant fan.
Exactly. Yeah, neither am I.
I was trying to remember some of their hits in air quotes. All I could think of was "Cherry Pie."
Oh yeah.
I think that was from Warrant.
I think so.
And Winger, I believe, had a power ballad, like all the bands at that time. But theirs was especially noteworthy for some reason. I can't remember that one either.
Yeah.
But these mashup DJ artists, how he got Ludacris.
That's ludicrous.
Yeah, to fit to that particular style of music is astounding.
Yeah. Not a bad track.
I like it. I like it a lot.
All
and
right.
what was the website for that again?
You can get DJ Lobster Dust stuff from djlobsterdust.com.
And the place where you go to get your mashups?
Mashuptown.com.
Now, which link are you going to be putting on the website? Because I know we've put Mashup Town up before.
Yeah, well, I'm going to link right to the DJ.
Oh, you're going to link right to the DJ from now on?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's his work. So
Okay.
He's going to...
Okay, just wanted to make that clear for the listenership.
All right.
Do you have another song for this part of the show?
No, because... No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
Okay, then this is the final song for Show 6, Part 1. And this is another request. It is from someone who calls herself Jer Bear.
Jer Bear.
Jer Bear. And she actually made this request on the Climax Radio Show site.
Yeah.
Now, I was going to read the request myself, but we have a new bit here that we are going to use for any time that someone gives us a request in writing. This particular request, as I mentioned, comes off of the comment section of climaxradioshow.com, where you can leave comments to one of the postings that we make. So you have a myriad of ways to get in touch with the show and get your voice heard. But now, I'm going to allow Mr. Magnum to read the email and sexify it, proving that we have the sexiest listenership going. So, Mr. Magnum, take it away with your email sexification.
Thank you. I'm looking at it right now, and here I'm gonna cut it into bits so we can see all this, squeeze all the sexiness out of it.
Excellent.
All that sexy juice. So the first part is I would like to request a song. Period.
2 periods? I never even saw that.
Yes. Period.
Okay.
She's in deep thought.
Okay.
She's like she's wanting something. She's needing something.
She doesn't even know if what she needs is good for her, but she just knows she has to have it.
That's right.
Oh, see, this is why you are the master.
So there you go. She's okay. She wants it. Something. She doesn't know what. The next sentence, the song, she asked for the song. She requests the song. The song is Nothing to Lose by Matt Kearney.
That's how I thought it was, but in my research for the show, doing our prep, I found out it's actually pronounced Carney.
Carney, right. Carnival folk.
With 1 T, actually. It's Matt with 1 T. Matt Carney. Go ahead.
Right. The song is Nothing to Lose by Matt Kearney with 3 periods.
Yes.
Now, okay? It's a bigger pause, more thought. Okay? She makes a comment after that about his looks. He's cute and he sings so well. Okay?
I never would have noticed that inflection.
I think she's holding the keyboards to her bosom.
Well, see, I can picture that right now. I can picture that. Because after typing that, because you know how sometimes you give someone a little pinch on the cheek and then you give them a big hug?
Yes.
I think the pinch on the cheek was he's cute and sings so well. And then grab that keyboard and just wrap it around you.
She's hugging it, and then the next sentence, please play it. She's begging.
It's beautiful.
And she ends it off with, thank you from your biggest, most beautiful fan. She's selling herself. She's putting herself on that stage saying, I'm your biggest beautiful fan. She could be Climax Show Radio female fan #1 listener.
I remember you mentioning that we have to have a contest about that.
Yeah.
Thank goodness we have the fax now. So people can send us their photos?
Yes.
I mean, this would actually make a good video file. If someone was to tape themselves
reading
with a webcam or something, requesting a song for us.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes.
You know what? I must have read this request a million times, and I never read it in that way. Your email sexification is a wonderful thing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So, everyone, if you want to request songs, you can also send it to us by email now or leave it in a comment, and Mr. Magnum will sexify your email. Now, let's get to a little bit of history before we play the final song for part 1 here of the show. If you go to his official website, Matt Carney, that's MatKearney.com, you will see that his Nothing Left to Lose, which is the song that we're going to play, is actually the name of the major label debut that he put out. The biggest hit off that CD is called Undeniable. I checked out the video on YouTube, and it's very well done.
Oh.
Very, very well done song. To me, he sounds a little bit like Jack Johnson, and there is a small connection between the two artists. He is a West Coast artist, however, he is based in Nashville, so he has a little bit of that country flavor to him. And this song that we're going to play, Nothing Left to Lose, to me sounds a little bit like a mix of Jack Johnson and Coldplay. For some people, that might turn them off right away. For some people, they may think, wow, that's exactly what I've been looking for. I've never really got on the Jack Johnson bandwagon. I mean, he did a couple of interesting things. When he did the Curious George soundtrack, that was pretty much out of left field. I like that.
I haven't heard it.
Well, I didn't listen to it from start to finish, but
okay.
I saw a couple of the videos that were made for that, and listened to some of the other material that he's put out. It's a little too laid back for me.
Yeah.
But he does have a rabid following. And I wish nothing but the best for Mr. Carney here. I mean, if he can get a little bit of a shine off of his relationship with Jack Johnson and get himself into the public consciousness, he has done a lot of work. Many of his songs have been featured in television and movies. So I guess, I don't really watch that much TV, but some of the episodes, some of the episodes of shows like Grey's Anatomy, his songs have been featured in there. So he is getting listenership. I don't know how big he is in Canada, but I'm sure in the States to be featured like that, he's probably leaps and bounds ahead of where he is here. Because I haven't really heard any of his songs played on the radio.
Right.
As far as the stations I listen to, and I listen to a wide variety of stuff, all over the Toronto market. So here is Matt Carney with Nothing Left to Lose off the CD of the same name, his major label debut.
I love you, Jer Bear.
I found myself in a bit of fight when I felt your hand through the darkest night. Don't know where you're coming from, but you're coming soon. To a kid from Oregon, away of California. All of this is more than I've ever known or seen. Come on and we'll see. Like we were free. Push the pedal down, watch the world around fly by us. Come on and we'll try one last time. More for the floor, one more time to find you. And here we go, there's nothing left to choose. And here we go, there's nothing left to lose. So I packed my car and I headed east, where I felt your fire and sweet release. There's a fire in these hills that's coming down. And I don't know much, but I found you here, and I cannot wait another year. Don't know where you're coming from, but you're coming soon. To a kid from Oregon, away of California. And all of this is more than I've ever known or seen. Come on and we'll see, like we were free. Push the pedal down, watch the world around fly by us. Come on and we'll try
to choose. And here we go, there's nothing left to lose. And I can still hear the trains out my window, from Hobart Street to here in Nashville. And I can still smell the pomegranate scroll. And I don't know how hard this wind will blow, or where we'll go. Come on and we'll see, like we were free. Push the pedal down, watch the world around fly by us. Come on and we'll try one last time. More for the floor, one more time to find you. Come on and we'll see, like we were free. Push the pedal down, watch the world around.
Okay, so that was Nothing Left to Lose by Matt Carney. Now, tell me, what did you think of that song?
It was a nice song. Very pleasant.
Pretty late, but did it have that Jack Johnson feel? Kinda?
Tell you the truth, I haven't heard any Jack Johnson.
You never heard any of his stuff?
No.
Okay. Download a song or two or check him out.
I will. I definitely will.
It's similar. I think he's a very good artist.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw the video on YouTube for Undeniable, I was like, okay, you know what? This guy, he's got a certain look to him. He's very unique. I think he can go pretty far. However, we have to rag on him a little bit. I went to his website and I started reading through some of the news items.
Right.
Now, maybe he didn't think anyone was going to go this far back and read his news postings, but he has postings going back to the beginning of 2006, when I guess he launched the website.
Uh-huh.
The CD, Nothing Left to Lose, that was out well before August of 2006, because he had a news bulletin where Nothing Left to Lose was available on iTunes. And so he put out a press release, whatever, on his website, blah, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
You go up in the news items, and you look at the October 9th, 2007. So we're talking at least a calendar year between the two postings.
Yes.
And I don't have the official release date of Nothing Left to Lose, which is pre-August 2006.
Right.
Okay? A calendar year. This is what it says on their October 9, 2007. Breathe In, Breathe Out, now available on Nothing Left to Lose. Matt Carney's album, Nothing Left to Lose, is being re-released today with a bonus song. Breathe In, Breathe Out was featured in the season premiere of Grey's Anatomy just a few weeks ago, and it will now be included on Matt's record. The album is available on iTunes and in stores everywhere. Now this sounds like a weasel move to me.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because he's had a calendar year. He couldn't come up with 9 other songs. And artists always have songs kicking around.
Always.
Right? There's always something in the vaults.
Yeah, they'll
There's
record.
basement tapes.
Yeah.
There's attic shoeboxes.
They'll record like 22 tracks, but only choose 10.
But they only choose whatever ones they think are the best.
Yeah.
Right? This looks like a weasel move to me. And I hate when artists do this.
Yeah.
I've noticed it quite a bit with some of the rap and hip hop artists. They will put out CDs.
Yeah.
It takes them like 10 minutes to record a CD. So they'll put out the CD.
Right.
And then somewhere along the line, a song will hit, or something from an underground tape will get big, and they'll re-release it with 1 or 2 songs, or a remix.
Mm-hmm.
A remix. They're very, very big on that.
Yeah.
Because usually it's the remix that might even be released as the song itself.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll put out the CD first, and then when the remix hits, they'll re-release it and say, oh, this contains the remix. First time I ever noticed that, R. Kelly, when he put out the remix to Ignition.
Okay.
Really nice song. It's got a nice beat. I mean, R. Kelly is a hit maker, despite the fact of his...
Golden showers.
Well, yeah, his penchant for sexual freakery. But I mean, that guy is a hit maker. But he's done it. He's done it a couple of times. He's the artist that springs to my mind right away. Okay. I know that there are others because I know that I've been pissed off when I've been in the store and it's like, you know what? I bought the CD first, right? I came out and I actually supported this artist,
Yeah.
and now they re-release it. So for someone like the person that wrote in, Jer Bear,
Mhm.
if she bought this CD,
Yep.
right, and then had to go buy another one to get this song,
Mhm.
maybe she's a fan of Grey's Anatomy, maybe she's, maybe this is like the perfect storm for her, this breathe in, breathe out song.
Yeah.
She's got to go buy a whole new CD.
Yeah. I think at that point, it's you just go online and you download the song.
Because that is a supreme Weasel move to me.
It is.
I like the artist.
Yep.
I respect what he's done because I can't do it.
Right.
This guy obviously has a fine career behind him, and if he plays things right, does things properly, keeps that creative mill churning, he can have a fine career ahead of him.
Yeah.
But this is a Weasel move that must be called out for the weaselness that it is.
That is. What a dirtbag.
Well, okay. I wouldn't go that far.
What are you talking about? He's dipping in your pockets twice.
Well, it's not my pocket.
Well, he's trying to.
He is.
Okay.
And I'm just, you know what? If it was a month or two, right?
Yeah.
Then I could say, okay, you know what? You put out the CD and, it's a season premiere, so maybe the CD came out in August. They picked up the song at the last minute, decided to put it on the show. You know what? There's only been a 2-month window, and if that's the song that breaks you, then you know what? Pull the other ones off the shelf and just sell the new one.
Yeah.
But this guy let the other one languish there for well over a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then for one new song. I don't know if that's laziness or what.
That's not good.
I'm willing to give him a chance, but let's call a Weasel.
1-800-I-CAME. Call him out.
1-888-494-2263. Toll free. Let me know what you think about it. If anyone comes up with some really, really thought-provoking responses, hell, we'll put them into the next show. That being said, we have come to the end of part 1. Part 2 is coming up very, very shortly. Don't forget, subscribe. ClimaxRadioshow.com. Look us up on iTunes. That's the best way that we feel that the listenership should engage with us.
Yes.
Always a happy ending. Compliments of Climax Radio.
See you next time.